Welcome to Mishna study Masechet Maaser Sheni. We're going to start with a quick introduction, and that is from the Pesukim of the Torah. So I actually implore you all to read the Pesukim. It's just now we read it in Parashat Re'eh. So Devarim Yudalid from Pesukim, Perek Yudalid Pesukim Kaf Bet until Kaf Vav. It's Aser Te Aser, right? So we read it a few times a year. Aser Te Aser Kol Tipuat Zarecha Yotzei Asadeh Shana Shana. Right, you have to say you separate your masrot, and then it says, right, you have to eat it in the place where God will choose, what ends up being, Yerushalayim many years later. And there are a few laws that come with Maaser Sheni. One is right? If it's a long road to get there, right, you can't carry all this the fruit with you. It may rot beforehand. So there's a couple of options what you could do. You could redeem it, right? You can either redeem it yourself and add another fifth to it of the value. So if it's $100 worth of fruit, you take $125, you redeem it, and then you take that to Yerushalayim, and you're supposed to purchase in Yerushalayim with that money. Purchase fruits, vegetables, or you could purchase animals to bring as a shlamim, as a korban shlamim. If you have, domesticated animals, you buy a sheep for a korban shlamim. Or if it's something that's not brought as a korban, let's say you want to buy a chaya, you want to buy a deer, venison, you want to have that you could go ahead and do it. And also you don't bring that as a korban, right? You could have that as a regular barbecue. Right? So there's a few options that you could do. If someone else wants to redeem it, right? It's not you redeeming. So if you redeem, you need to add the extra fifth. If someone else redeemed, they don't need to add the extra fifth. But again, the idea is to bring up all these fruits or the value of these fruits to Yerushalayim. You're coming up, you're either beautifying Yerushalayim with these fruits, or you're actually spending money in Yerushalayim, right? Which is really a beautiful idea, a beautiful concept. Now, that's when it comes to Maaser Sheni. Once the food enters Yerushalayim, you're no longer allowed to redeem it. No more redeeming allowed, right? That's only allowed to be done outside of Yerushalayim, right? Because it's considered Kodesh. Now we'll see other laws in this Masechet that deal with Netar Reva'i as well. Netar Reva'i, we'll discuss when we get to it, but that's when you plant something, the first 3 years it's considered Olah, the 4th year is considered Netar Reva'i, and you're only allowed to eat those fruits in Jerusalem. So again, you take those fruits and eat them in Jerusalem. It's very similar to Maaser Sheni. When is Maaser Sheni given? Right. So we know firstly it's given after the Terumah and after the Maaser Rishon. Then comes the Maaser Sheni. Right. The Maaser Sheni is the next 10%. So if these take off 2% for the Kohen, 10% Maaser Rishon goes to the Levi. The next 10% is what you separate and take to Yerushalayim to eat over there. And it's done in which years of the Shemitah cycle? It's done in years 1, 2, 4, and 5. If you remember, years 3 and 6 is Maaser Ani. So Maaser Sheni and Maaser Ani flip for those 2 years, and the Shemitah, of course, doesn't get anything. All right, so that's the Maaser Sheni. We're going to discuss all these laws, about Maaser Sheni and all these perakim in our Masechet, what you're allowed to do with Maaser Sheni fruits, how you redeem it, where you're allowed to bring it to, what are you allowed to buy once you get to Yerushalayim, what are you allowed to buy with this money of Maaser Sheni, and all these laws we're going to discuss in our Masechet.